me, so I did what I could to prevent it. I face-planted on the floor." She had tears in her eyes, but not a shred of emotion in her voice. It gutted him.
"I'm sorry, really sorry. I made $100 extra hauling those limbs, but I didn't have to stop at Barney's for a beer, and I did."
He laid his fork on the plate and reached for her hand.
"I don't take very good care of you. Mostly you take care of yourself and me. But I love you and I'm proud of you. You're pretty, but you're also smart, and it's brains that will take you far in life, not looks. I may not always be around. Accidents happen. Remember that, okay?"
Her fingers tightened around his hand. "Don't talk like that. You talk like you're gonna die or something." He shrugged.
"Everyone dies, Logan. The unknown is the time and place."
He shook off the seriousness and winked at her as he finished his food.
"I'll wash up the dishes. You can have the bathroom first if you want."
She stood and hugged him, maybe a little too tight. But he was her anchor, and he was home. Damon had regrets in his life, and not being a better parental figure was one of them. He cleaned up the kitchen and was going down the hall to his bedroom when his cell phone rang. There was no caller ID coming up, which made him hesitate to answer. Logan was running water for her bath when she heard his phone ringing just outside the bathroom door. She paused and glanced at the clock. It was almost midnight. Who would be calling him this late? Always worried about Damon's choices in life, she put her ear to the door. It rang for the 4th time before he answered, and then she could only hear his side of the conversation, but she didn't like the sound of it.
"Hello? Yes, this is Damon Conway." "Who?" "Oh, yeah, what's up, man?" "What kind of a job?" "What do you mean not over the phone?" "I don't hire out for shit that can't be talked about in polite company." "Yes, but I don't—" 10 grand. "Me where? Now? Shit, man. I just got home and my kid sister isn't—" "Yeah, okay. I'll meet you there, but I reserve the right to tell you no without a hassle."
Logan panicked. She didn't know what he was about to agree to, but it sounded both illegal and dangerous. When she heard him go into his bedroom still talking, she began draining the tub, then left the water running so he'd think she was in the shower, and slipped across the hall into her bedroom. She stuffed her wallet and house key in her back pocket, and under the glow of a big yellow moon, she went out her bedroom window. Sundown hadn't cooled the temperature a lick. Heat was an immediate slap in the face as sweat broke out above her lip and beneath the long hair hanging down the back of her neck. The buzz of locusts seemed to sound their own alarm at her sudden presence, raising her panic and anxiety. With only seconds to secure a hiding place, she started toward Damon's truck at a lope. The cops were at the other end of the block, but it was only a matter of time before they came in this direction, asking questions, looking for witnesses. With no time to waste, she leaped into the truck bed and got down on her hands and knees, crawled beneath the old waterproof tarp her brother kept over the bed to protect his tools. She was tucking the tarp down around her when she heard the front door slam, and then his footsteps as he hurried toward the truck. She hunkered down in the corner and buried her head against her knees, trying not to think of what else might be under this tarp with her. He started the engine, backed out of the drive, and took off up the street in the opposite direction of the crime scene. She gripped the loose sides of the tarp to keep it from blowing up, and hung on. Not once did she second-guess her decision to do this, until she realized he was driving out of town. After that, her concern was not getting caught. She lost track of time, but could tell by the rough road and number of potholes he hit after he had turned off the highway that they were now traveling on blacktop. A short while later, he turned once again onto what had to be a dirt road. She heard the scratch of limbs along the top of the cab and on the sides of the truck bed. When she began smelling what could only be the swamp, she got scared. Who wanted a meeting in the bayou? And how the hell did Damon know where to go? When he stopped, he put the pickup in park and left it running. Worried about where they were now, she took a chance and looked out from beneath the tarp, only to see cypress trees heavily laden with Spanish moss, the shimmer of moonlight on the black bayou water, and the headlights of another vehicle coming up behind them. She lowered the tarp and flattened herself against the truck cab. Oh my God, Damon, what are you doing? Go home, now." She heard Damon get out and actually debated with herself about revealing her presence, until she realized it was too late. The other driver was already out of his vehicle and talking as he approached. The distant rumble of a bull gator made her skin